Okay, what's up? I'm trying a new video format. Just, speaking directly to the camera. Gonna show some images in between. Gonna, have some video cutaways, whatever. Just the boring stuff. But I just had the busiest weekend of shooting I think I've ever had. So, starting off, it was 10 a.m. on Saturday, and I was at a little, get together that some friends of mine host. They invite people into their home and they allow them to just enjoy each other's company, drink coffee, have some little snacks. Really fun time. And so that was, like I said, about 10 to 2. And I was, taking some photos, taking some videos. Really, I was just trying to enjoy myself, share some ideas for new projects, things like that. And immediately after that, at 2:30, I had to go to my first show of the day. So I'm going to show you some photos from that really quick, and then we can talk about it a little bit more. So that set was really, really fun, super high energy, but it was cut short because it started pouring down rain as they were playing, and it was just really cool because it was nice and sunny, but it was still pouring down rain. But unfortunately, I didn't have really the gear with me to shoot in that, and then they had to cut their set, obviously, because they didn't want things to get damaged. They didn't want anyone to get electrocuted or anything, which, again, not good. But it was a great set. The band is called Lighter Co. They have appeared in this channel a couple times. They just always happen to be playing sets whenever I'm available. And right after, I then made a mad dash to a different brewery just 10 minutes down the road and caught the next 5 sets of the day. So the next band was, I believe, Aiden Intro. They are like a local indie pop band. And I kind of showed up halfway through the set because of just that I was at this other one. And the lighting was really, really tough. So I'm going to show you some photos from that, and then we can talk about it a little bit more. So, yeah, as you can see, the lighting was pretty harsh behind them. I made it work. I pulled my highlights and I underexposed everything, but it was still just kind of a tough experience. I feel like I walked away with, less that I was happy with, but you take what you get. The next band was Ivers. I've become pretty okay friends, with the people in Ivers. I like to think so. I hope they think so too. They offered me a VIP wristband to come hang out with them and grab some food and some drinks, and then ultimately shoot their set. And I feel like I walked away with a couple really strong photos here, but it could always improve. So I'll roll those right now just for you to see, and we'll come back for the next set. So yeah, that was Ivers. They are super, super cool. I highly recommend. If you're into the indie music, I think the drummer from Hippocampus produces a fair amount of their music. So they're definitely a band to watch out for. Up next was Lighter Co. again. They played a double header. So you're going to see more photos of them. I didn't shoot too much through the set because I had already seen them earlier in the day, but I did try and make the most of what I was there for. I got some interesting crowd shots, some really cool crowd shots with some friends, and, it was just a great time. So yeah, Lighter Co, super high energy, super fun. You could tell they were really just up there having a great time because they had already played one set that day and were just ripping for another one. But yeah, great band. Highly recommend them. Up next was a band I had not seen before, and this is Early Eyes. They are, I think, a local to Minnesota sort of indie alternative punk. I don't know. I honestly don't know how to describe them, but they're good and they were great performers live. And I felt like I walked away with some really good stuff here. So I'm just going to leave you to digest a couple of those, see what you think, and then we'll reconvene. So yeah, Early Eyes, a really, really great band. Definitely a very unique sound, but I really, really loved their approach. Their stage presence was off the charts, and I had never heard them, and I was dancing and absolutely loving every second of it. And I shot, I think, a majority of my photos during this set and the next one. So the last band of the day is Bad Bad Hats. They are sort of a Minnesota local legend, at least in my sphere. And in my eyes, they do this really awesome sort of indie pop rock thing. It's super upbeat, super fun, and super lighthearted. We're just kind of cracking jokes on the stage, and it's just a really great band. I have taken photos of their bassist and their drummer a couple times too, so that kind of helped. I knew how things would kind of play out, so I kind of went crazy on this one. They're by far one of my favorite kind of legacy indie groups here from Minneapolis, but definitely recommend them, and I hope you enjoy this set of photos. So by this point, it was 11 p.m. or something like that, 11:30. I don't know when the cutoff was, but it was such a long day. And it was just like nonstop, go, go, go. The sets were just right after each other. They're just all afternoon. So it was definitely taxing and definitely strenuous. And I definitely did not love going through almost 3,000 photos from the full day. Now, granted, I did overshoot quite a bit, but I feel like I walked away with some decent photos. I know the bands really liked some of them, so that's always a very, great feeling for me as the photographer to be like, oh my gosh, these people actually enjoy what I'm making. But yeah, it was super, super fun. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing more sort of mini festivals if possible. Like, it was super fun that this was one day. It was smaller bands, not a huge crowd, which some people might have mixed feelings about, but I was really glad that I could navigate around the crowd. I could move close, I could move far, I could kind of walk up to the edge of the stage and ultimately walk away with a good end result. So I hope you enjoy it. I don't really know what I'm doing with this new format. I just figured I'd try recording myself. I have the tools to do it. So, yeah, let me know what you think if you're a returning viewer and if you're new. Thanks for watching. Peace.